This is the S&P 500 SPDR ETF SPY one-day reading for March 12th, 2025. It's currently March 9th, 2025, 6:31 p.m. Eastern Time. SPY at the time of this reading is $575.92. That's USD. And the shuffle file for the March 12th reading was created on February 21st, 2025 at 8:10 p.m. Eastern Time. So what we're going to go over in this video is the overall trend direction and chart behavior for the day. We'll give you the timing of the highest high and lowest low and chart behavior to look out as far as helping you to signal when they're in. And we'll also give you the best trades that we see at the end of the video. And before we give you the best trades, we're going to give you the hour-by-hour sequence of chart events. It's important to understand that we're predicting the sequence of chart events. The timing is usually on point to the hour, but there's going to be plenty of cases of examples where you're going to need to give it plus or minus an hour or two of wiggle room. And that wiggle room is required because not each card's energy will necessarily line up perfectly with 1 hour of time. So I do not advise trading this information without access to our live Discord trade alerts and TradingView chart links. It's just for entertainment purposes to prove to you guys that this stuff can be used practically in the real world. But you should treat it as just expectations of what we expect to see happening on the day. What happens on the day, we stay closer guidance to in the Discord, and I'll show you guys how to get that at the end of the video. Game-changing services. All right, so the overall trend and chart behavior for the day: 3 crisscrosses back and forth through the same trend line. Usually the third crosses to the upside, but we've got a unicursal hexagram in here. The virtue card is nullified. So likely there's a pretty significant drop, at least at some point throughout the day here, and whether or not it holds is up for debate. We'll have to look at that in more detail. But behavior around the highest high, we should have a big move to the upside, reaching for distant resistance, taking us into the high. Behavior around the lowest low, out of a decline or scary chart behavior, or in the face of seemingly overwhelming headwinds, we have this huge move to the upside unexpectedly out of the low. It doesn't look like it holds, indicating because it's nullified, very likely indicating that we move back to the downside. I'm advised to trade around a decline, a notable decline, to revisit a support level we recently met before. And I advise caution around this day's trade. In the pre-market, we've got a sideways S formation within a channel. So we decline from resistance down to support, reverse, retrace all the way back to the original resistance, reverse, and retrace all the way back to that support, creating a sideways S within a channel. There's some sort of fake out or shakeout here around the open. Likely this is some sort of trough here. And then out of this trough or low, we have this a breakout to the upside, taking us into a high for the day. Then flat behavior between roughly 10 and 11. And it looks like it's a rally into flat behavior between 10 and 11, and then a decline through key support, halting that rally somewhere between 11 and 12, followed by a lot of volatility and price change going on between 12 and 1. Most likely another high there between 12 and 1, closer to 1 than to 12. And we should decline from that into a trough just before 2. There's a pop and a drop between roughly 1 and 3 o'clock. Probably off of this trough just before 2, and that we may see a highest high for the day between 1 and 2. Now that's a little up for debate. There's an alternate. So if we don't see a significant drop overnight, like in the post-market of yesterday, the pre-market of today, if there isn't a significant drop overnight, then I would say we're much more likely to see a high here between 2 and 3. If there is a significant drop, then this may be off the table. Either way, there's 3 pokes through the same trend line here between 2 and 3, followed by a sharp drop off of that third poke, and sideways rotation with a sharp drop that stands out in that sideways rotation taking place between roughly 3 and the close. At the close, we have so it might be sideways rotation in the last hour. Sideways rotation, big move higher, more sideways rotation into the close to like a peak but not a high. And then at the close, a sharp drop. It looks like a pretty significant decline into the post-market. As far as trades, So I would likely, here with this breakout to the upside into a high, when we flatten out there between roughly the open and let's say 11 o'clock, but probably closer to 10, when we flatten out at that break out the resistance and then flatten out, that's where I would open up a short. I'd open up a partial short and close that short if we're, add to that short if we do see a high here. If we have a sharp drop over the weekend, I might not do this, but check out the Discord. Either way, we should have another revisiting of opportunity here to close out of a short. And that's SPY for March 12th, 2025. Let me show you guys how to get the live Discord trade alerts. Here's an example of this is the swing trades, because you also with early access get the swing trade data as well. So here was, you can see, look, closed shorts predicted on the 3rd. This is the 4th. Lowest low thus far predicting on the 3rd. This is the 4th. And then we have this ellipse here to close out of, to open up longs and close out of longs here, or open up shorts here and close shorts here in this red ellipse. Open up long in this red ellipse, close the long here on the following day. So these were all pretty solid. As far as the day trade stuff, guys, this stuff is like even more on point. You see this? I mean, we were a little bit early on the entry. Right, we went lower, but we also exited for a profit. This was all drawn ahead of time during the day, highest high for the day, somewhere around here. Our timing was on point. Our price level was a little bit off. That often happens. That's why we trade. We always tell you trade on timing, not on price levels when you're trading SO meta analysis. But here was closing long and open up a short, close a short, open up a long. I mean, this was all stuff that you get as part of the Discord trade alerts. There's also a chat channel where you can ask questions about this stuff all day long, any day. And you got all the early access videos, all the public videos come out early here on our Discord early access videos channel. Not to mention the live stream questions. This is one of the ways that only ways that you can ask questions on our live streams. We have one every Sunday between 8 p.m. and 9 p.m. Eastern. So the way that you get the early access subscription, you go to our website, hover over order now, click on subscriptions. Early access to any of our public posts. Discord trade alerts, live updated trading view charts. This is $100 a month. This won't be $100 for very long. This is probably going to double. If you grab early access at these prices, you're a lucky camper, because you'll keep that price until for the entirety, the lifetime of your subscription, no matter what the price becomes. So much love and appreciation to everybody that goes and does that. As always, make sure to follow that rule of karma. You go to the resources tab of our website, Tarot for Traders. 5% of all profits donated forward to one of these charities. 5% of all profits donated back to the channel through one of these links. It leaves you with 90%. Make sure to spend that 90% out of love. As long as you follow those rules, you're an angel investor to the channel. Universe is going to send it back to you tenfold for following through. Not to mention, you'll get an invite to our private angel investor Discord channel. These are the people that I'm closest to, like, out of anybody out there. These are the people that I'm closest to, because these are like the most upstanding individuals. This is an agreement between the channel giving out all this info and the people using this channel, that they're going to follow through on the rule of karma and help us fulfill that goal of transmuting the competitive energy of the stock market into goodwill. So blessings to all my angel investors. I'll see you guys on the next one. Later.